This is the morning shift.
Shift Nation, when Elton John says yes, you listen. Man, we have a guest right now. Right.
We're listening.
We have a guest right now who I was actually lucky enough to see when you opened for Shawn Mendes.
Hectic. All right.
Here in New Zealand was maybe 2 years ago, give or take.
Oh, no, that was like 6 years ago, my friend.
Shit, am I? Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. That was 6 years
I
ago.
didn't go. I didn't
This
tell
is
you to say
2019.
Oh, okay.
Time flies.
The time is flying. But I was lucky enough to see you at that. And so it's cool to have you here, Shift Nation. I welcome Ruel.
Yes.
Thank you guys.
To the
Thank you
show.
for having me. I appreciate it.
Now, you have a huge audience. Like, you have a massive,
Yeah, it's not
massive...
often we have people with more followers than us in here, eh? We're humbled to be in your presence.
You guys are up there.
But on the off chance that there's a couple shifters going, tell us a little bit more about Ruel. Tell us about yourself, bro. Humble beginnings. You're a hooper, so we've already had that
we'll get
connection.
there.
But tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I grew up in Australia, started putting out music when I was real young, like 14, 15, and then moved to the States and got signed out of the States and just started putting out more of my music, started touring, and then, yeah, now I'm here, I guess. Like, I've just been putting out music for a long time, just put out a new album a few months ago, and I've got another one coming out in a few months, so been making a lot of music, putting a lot of music out, and yeah, man, happy to be here. I'm also honorary Kiwi. I got a Kiwi passport.
Oh, you one of us?
Yeah.
He one of us. Hey.
Oh, say less.
Hey, he one of us.
I would have loved you anyway.
So yeah,
bro,
I'm a bit of a mudblood with I'm a Australian passport and New Zealand passport.
Oh, you one of us.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
When the All Blacks play the Wallabies, who do you support?
Well, see, my dad was the one who grew me up like on, All Blacks and Crusader. He grew up in Christchurch, so he's a big Crusaders fan. And I think, growing up, I was always in between being with my friends or being with my dad. And I think, obviously, with the success of the All Blacks, I was like, I think I might join this guy.
Yes.
But no, I've been a massive fan for a while. Love my rugby.
Bro, I was looking I was looking you up online recently, and one of the things, like you said, you got signed in America and you've been making music for years. One of the things I kind of got from your vibe is that, like, just what you're doing sits well on you. It doesn't look to you look like you have fun.
Thanks,
you look like you take it in, like, yo, this is working. You kind of got this joy that you kind of emit through your art and what you're doing.
That's very kind, man.
Nah, I got you, man. So, like, when you figured out that, like, how off, like, when did this become like a dream for you? And then, like, realizing that dream and then continuing to make music, like, what was that journey like?
Yeah, it was kind of strange because the journey started before I even knew that this was an option, or before it was even a proper thought out dream. Like, it was something that I, did as a kid that I loved, and it was always the thing, like, oh, I want to be a professional singer or professional basketball player. Like, that's what I was saying when I was like 8. Like that was like I put both in like the same sort of dream category. It's like, but I'll probably end up being an accountant or something. But like, I was also feeling like I was a proper cynic as well as a kid. So I was like, didn't really think anything like this could be possible. But then when I was 12 or something, I was like making little videos for YouTube, and I was making little demos of like covers and stuff, and then one of these found its way to a producer, and found its way to my manager, and who's now, and I think after that it kind of just snowballed, and I just started taking every opportunity that came, and taking time off school, and my parents are super supportive, and I think that was the main thing. It's like, as long they kept me grounded and kept me in school as much as possible, and also got to tour the world and do all these things before I even became an adult.
Chuck that in there.
Yeah, but these crazy opportunities just kept coming, and I just kept taking them, and I was enjoying myself, and not taking anything for granted. And then I think now, as an adult, I've kind of got this experience in the industry that is, like, I think very valuable, but also now I can kind of maneuver the way I want to, because how I've kind of had the time growing up into it. And now, I've got the more intention and more certainty about how I move. So, yeah, I think it's all a crazy dream that I'm still doing it, and I'm still here, being able to tour and put out music that I love. So, yeah, it's all a blessing.
Can you pinpoint a moment? Because everyone has a passion and a dream, and sometimes those things can kind of fizzle out. But from a young age, it sounds like things kind of landed on your table, and you can kind of go, okay, now maybe this is something. Maybe I can really pursue this for the rest of my life. Can you remember the thing where you were like, oh, I'm 10 toes in now?
It's hard to pinpoint a thing, because like it's funny you brought up like the Elton John thing. Like that was like in the first kind of year of me like after the first song I put out, and I was, still at school when that
start.
stuff was happening. Like that was pretty crazy. And then I think the first time that I was like, okay, like this is something I think I could do for a while. Like it wasn't just like a flash in the pan sort of like little moment that you have that's, a story you can tell your kids. Like I think it turned into a real thing. I think when I first sold out like a show in Sydney at like the Opera House, like that was pretty crazy.
Wow.
Like, something that you drive past, like on your way to school, like, just being, as a kid, just being so close to that venue and, thinking that is just, just something for the adults, something that, I'll never be able to even, step inside. So I think that was the first kind of pinch me moment. I was like, oh shit, I think I can do this thing.
I love it.
Yeah.
I remember first hearing Face to Face. That was
true.
Face to Face,
Yeah.
obviously Painkiller. So you have these, I guess, gigantic songs already. You've just dropped an album, and then it's a calculated decision, right? Like I've dropped an album, I'm going to drop another one really quickly.
Yeah.
What was kind of the mindset behind that? Because you don't really hear that too often in this game anymore.
No, well, especially for me, like I've usually take quite a long time in between projects and EPs and albums, and I think this record, when I was writing Kicking My Feet, which is the one that came out 6 months ago or something like that, I was writing so many other songs at the same time that kind of felt like it was a different project. So it's not like I finished it and then just quickly wrote another one and put it out.
Yeah,
like
right.
it was all kind of being written at the same time. So it kind of feels like a sequel to that. So that's why it's Kicking My Feet and then Kicking and Screaming. So it's part 2 of the first record, but 2 standalone albums, 10 songs each. But I just thought it was a better vibe, but just because I think there were 2 cohesive projects that maybe wouldn't have worked, together. I could have done like a 15-song album and a 5-song deluxe, but
Right.
I think doing 2 standalone records just kind of can shine light on all the songs separately and have 2 different worlds that kind of feed into each other.
Can I just ask, just real quick, when somebody says, oh, they've been on the tools, they're working hard.
Yeah.
What does working hard look like in your job? You know how you can look at a doctor and go, okay, that's what hard works look like. They're having to smash through as many patients as possible. What does it look like for you?
It's strange because it's funny. A lot of my friends when I go back home, they can't decide if I'm like the hardest working friend or if I'm unemployed. They honestly have no idea. It's like I'll be gone for like a few months and like, touring and stuff like that when you're on a bus and, you're playing 40 shows in a couple months, back to back. And, it's like taxing on the body and you're just like, having to put out a show, doing press, stuff like this. And you don't really sleep like that's hard work. But then again, like that's also just like a couple months stint. And then, now for the next couple months, I'll be doing stuff like this where I'm just kind of going around talking about the record and doing like little, fan pop-up stuff like that. It's a bit more chill. And then, I know, but then for most of the years that you're just kind of writing, that's like, it's pretty wild because you do kind of feel unemployed because every day you just kind of wake up, you go to the studio and you try and make something and, there's no immediate sort of gratification. It's just like, you gotta create and that takes a lot of time. And, it can be hard as well. You can go through like times where you just feel like you can't write anything and it's just like you're kind of churning out songs that might not feel like anyone's going to hear them, but you kind of got to get through those moments to get to the good stuff. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. You kind of have multiple jobs, but all of it is fun, I think. And you always miss one part when you're not doing the other. Like I miss writing right now. I haven't like been like a writing stint for a while. So yeah,
100%. I saw that when you go to new cities, you like to either go to a record store or go. Oh my gosh, I just gone blank. Op shopping.
Yeah.
What's some of your favorite grabs through your time, like around the world? Because I like going op shopping too, but
yeah.
It's getting expensive, man.
I think that's the main. I went to South America
You can
a
afford
couple weeks ago. Hey, I'm frugal. A few weeks ago I went to South America and going to like Colombia and like
How was that?
Argentina and stuff like that. Like the first with the crowds are like ridiculous. So that's the first
Energy,
thing, the best energy ever. But I'm a big I love collecting like football jerseys, like soccer jerseys,
Same,
like vintage. Like
What's your grail? What do you have to get? Or maybe you already got it.
I've got about maybe 200 jerseys now,
love
like all hanging up in like a closet in my room that I've collected over the years. And
I'm a Red Devils fan, but
Yeah, yeah.
I'm still looking. I've got the short sleeve black United 08 kit. but I want a long sleeve, and I just can't find it.
Yeah,
But
honestly,
I bought a fake one, but it doesn't really count, So
honestly, I think the fake stuff when it comes to football jerseys, it's fine. It's not like you're wearing
You are
Gucci.
one of us, bro.
It's
You're
not-
one of us.
It's not like fake Gucci,
Kiwi,
you
that's
know.
the Kiwi, right?
It's a football jersey,
Yeah, you're right.
But that's something like I put a word out to like my fans out there, and they're just like, if anyone's got like spare jerseys of like their own local home team, like ones that are kind of just like random rural country or rural cities in Argentina or Brazil. And they'll come to the shows and they'll just like tie them up on rubber bands and just launch them at me. And like by the end of the show, I'll like have like 10 new like completely random football jerseys that I'll take home. So
what
again,
we
saving
need to
money.
yes, 100%.
But I picked up some really cool like 90s like Riquelme Argentina jerseys and some like just like random teams that I'd never heard of that I'd pull out. That
Oh, you're a real one.
yeah, I love it. I love it.
What about your basketball watching? Like, what are you 6'5", 6'6"?
6'5".
Yep.
You tall, bro.
Yeah, I've been slacking on my NBA knowledge recently. I think my ball knowledge has really dropped off over the past few years, but I'm getting back into it. I watched a couple games when I was in the States on the last tour. Went to the Chicago OKC game, which is just crazy to like be able to like walk. I got to walk on the court while they were warming up. Like I was looking down at Yuki.
Yuki, right? You must be playing that.
That felt cool. I was like, damn, I'm like towering over this. Well, the rest were towering. Like Chet was like, I looked up at him. I was like, oh god.
Oh, there's Aussies that play for the Bulls. So
We
nice
got
close-
Giddy.
Lockie.
So
Yeah, you guys have a couple. Yeah.
it was that was a cool, crazy experience. But yeah, no, I love my ball. I mainly love to play. Like I play a lot in LA. Always running like random LA fitness like pickup games.
Is there a celeb that's good, or you haven't played with him?
I want to say I played with Bon Iver.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's kind of got a bit of
He can
motion.
hoop?
Really?
I know you wouldn't think it, but like
Iver's got motion like that.
I was playing in like this random pickup game and he pulled up and I was like, surely not. And but no, he had like a crazy step back. I was like,
a
it's
step
kind of
in the back?
automatic. Yeah, he kind of had a shimmy to him that I was not expecting.
Okay. Bro, you probably get this a lot, but we're going to run it our kind of version, I guess, of it. We want to do rule of thumb.
Sick. All right.
So obviously, rule of thumb, we're thinking like your philosophy or just kind of your general guidelines to some of these things.
Of course.
Okay, rule of thumb about being late.
Oh no chance. I'm pretty punctual. I'd like to think I'm a pretty punctual guy. I hate when people
See,
are
me
late.
too, Rule. And then I'm dealing with this guy over here.
Oh,
and
God.
That's when they think their time's more important than ours. Just communicate right.
I hope was I on time today?
No, you were
for this?
early.
I was
Yeah,
early.
You were well
Yeah, I
early.
noticed that.
You were
I
well
noticed
early.
that.
See,
You had time to spare.
What?
on
followers
time
taller,
on time is
respectful.
late. Yeah.
On time was late. No, you probably had 6 minutes in the chamber. You were good. Okay, what's your rule of thumb about replying to messages?
Oh, see, I'm a bit of a hypocrite because again, like, especially living in LA, it's like you expect a non-response from anyone. Like trying to make plans or trying to hit up anyone in LA. It could be like your best mate or anyone, but it's just like, and I'm a culprit of myself, but I'd say you need to respond within 24 hours. I think other than it becomes rude. I think 24 hours is okay.
24 hours?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm interested to see this one as an artist.
Yeah.
What's your rule of thumb for knowing when a song is finished?
Oh, for me, see, I'm not a perfectionist. Yeah, see, this guy's more of a perfectionist than me. This is my manager, and he's the one who's like in the weeds, being like, "The snare is not right," and I'm like, I think this song's finished when I write that shit. I write it and it's done in my books, and I've got the demo, and I'm like, great, cool, done, song. And then, some songs obviously take more time than others when it comes to production and fixing up lyrics and vocals and stuff like that. But yeah, for me, I'm just like, if the song's there, it's like the production really, it's like if it feels like it's all encompassing and you've got the structure right and the melody's strong enough,
When you know, you know.
like for me, it's done. And then the stuff that takes like months is like, getting like the right drums or getting the right guitar tone. I'm like, I just tap out because I start to lose love for the song when it comes to that point.
Yeah, true.
But I think, the older I've gotten, the more I've gotten into it, the more I've actually become more of like a, nitpicky with it. But I don't know. I think it's done the day it's written.
Okay, there's a broad one here. Well, we'll see what you say. Rule of thumb about love.
Oh, crazy. What does that even mean? How would you answer that? That's wild. Rule of thumb about love. I don't know, man. I think
Yeah, I don't know how I'd answer that.
trust.
Come on
Just
now.
trust, man.
Come on now.
Just trust. That's
That's
all
it.
you need.
That's it.
Final one, rule of love about supporting a sports
Rule of thumb.
team.
Rule of thumb?
What did I say?
Rule of love.
Rule of love.
right.
You're
See,
caught
now
up.
I'm-
Trust.
Hold on, I'm trying to find that thing too. Rule of thumb about supporting a losing sports team.
Oh, ride or die.
Always stay in, lock in.
You got to ride or die. I think, like, yeah. I mean, there's so many different teams I support. I'm a big AFL guy as well. Like,
do you go for?
Aussie Rules. I'm a Western Bulldogs fan.
You guys haven't done.
This year's been a bit like we started off well, but it's like it's now looking. We lost by like 80 points last week, and I watched that whole game just like
You lost by 80?
Stuck through
80
it.
points, yeah, to Geelong. And then I'm also a massive Liverpool fan. Sorry, Red
No,
Devil.
you good. You good.
But,
never walk alone. That's all right.
But again, this season as well, been really grim.
That's gotta be-
I get up and I watch games at 3 a.m. and just watch us get pumped by bloody Leeds. Like it's just
But
not.
that's it. Stay on the boat.
You got to stay on
You
the
got to
boat
stay on the boat.
because you got to ride the lows to ride the highs.
Absolutely. Rule of thumb with Rule. Hey,
Yeah.
appreciate it. Hey, good luck with everything, bro. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you so
Dope
much.
to have you in here, and good
Appreciate
luck for the future. Honestly, we'll be watching closely.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
This is The Shift. The Shift.
Go home, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go home.
The Morning Shift.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can refuse.
The Shift.
I love you.
This is The Shift.